Hi guys, Artiar here. So for this video, we'll be going through who should you summon from the upcoming patch. So the recent patch one, I'll be totally skipping it because there's only one day left when I post this video, right? So we're gonna more focus on the upcoming patch, which is the patch that we have Sui Zai. So Sui Zai here, after I tested in PTR server, I have no idea what is the final form they're gonna bring him to the official server, the global server, because there's a lot of feedback, there's a lot of debating around from what I heard. And from what I see, like some player want the golden buff, some player want the defense buff remain on his R6, something like that. So I did forward the feedback, so we're gonna see like how they finalize the final version, right? So, but at least for now in PTR server, the moment when Sui Zai doesn't have the golden buff, but he have his R4 and R6 buff, he is usable. He is usable, but he is really need a lot of teammate to make him work. Like, for example, you're gonna need R6 Lian and Zihe minimum from what I'm testing, because his biggest weakness, the most afraid of in his kit is actually Momo, because every time he counter attack, then Momo will slash him, and he cannot counter attack back for whatever reason unless they fix this bug thing. If he can counter attack Momo back, then it might not be a problem. Okay, so we have no idea how the finalized version they're gonna bring him to the global, but at least for now, I would say he is usable. He is not that weak, but he is not going to be meta from what we are looking at now. He won't be meta, but he is gonna be good in certain situations, like in triple threats and knockout, like the more team variable, right? But I'm gonna try to R6 him in my own account as well, or maybe some other player account R6 that have a high dividend. Then we can test him out if we can find a team count in global server. Like Yukini in PTR server, we can't really test a lot of things, but the moment she go into global server, a lot of different players that have the resources, and also me have my own account resources, we are able to make Yukini with a very solid point war team, which I'm still using Yukini team in my own point war, right? So for Sui Zai, I would say that hold it for now, but if you really want to play him, there's one condition, which is the next one here, Lian. I think your Lian must be R6 to actually play Sui Zai, because you want Lian to have the bubble at the start of the combat. You want Lian's R6 effect, this one here, because your Lian definitely won't gonna outspeed the enemy, so you definitely need the dream bubble healing at the start, and also the mist rate at the start to ensure Sui Zai's survivability in his combat. And because Sui Zai cannot get the golden buff, which means Sakura healing cannot apply on him, because Sakura healing needs to apply her Vigor Guard on the target, then only can get Sakura's healing. So the only Esper that can heal outside of their own turn, which is gonna be Lian, and you need her to be R6, as high HP as possible, as high dividend as possible, as basically as many HP as possible on Lian, to increase her healing proc on your Sui Zai, because is 10% of Lian's max HP, triggers once per target per turn. So it's very important, and also the healing here is the revive here is very important for Sui Zai. So if you want to go for Sui Zai but you don't have R6 Lian, then R6 Lian priority will be higher than Sui Zai, because I really think that Sui Zai is paired with R6 Lian, and that's the reason why they put Lian at the red unbanner with Sui Zai at the first week, right? So R6 Lian is more higher priority than Sui Zai, and R6 Lian is flexible to put in any team as well. Definitely worth it. But if you already have R6 Lian, and if you already have Zihe, then maybe you can consider to get Sui Zai if you really like his design. Or if you don't care about meta, you just want to get the design, then just go for Sui Zai. Then the last one here is Fushi. I would say just skip him. I know he's very good in certain fantasy and certain PvP content to pair with Ambla, but he's not really that meta Esper, so I would say that save your Wishstone to put it on the other Esper that is like freaking meta, or maybe their R6 value is more valuable. So Fushi wise, I would say skip it. Then after that, we're gonna have Feng and Chang. So Feng and Chang here, definitely get Feng first, because Feng, if you don't have R2, this is your best time for you to get his R2. For Feng, you definitely need the AP push for most of the content. If you can make him to R6, his priority is not as high as R6 Lian, but it's definitely something good. Especially we've been through the Torch Dragon leaderboard thing. The Torch Dragon leaderboard thing, you definitely need his R6 max HP shield to survive. So if you have the extra resources, R6 function is definitely a go. Then for Chang wise, is really situational. Like if your because Chang is not going to use in our PvP content anymore, at least for now, because it's kind of weak at the moment, then if you really want to push for Chang, it's not because of his kit, it's because of the material lab. So one of the node here requires Chang in the material lab. I know you guys have been forget about this material lab thing, right? One of the node here requires Chang, and if not mistaken, the node is also pretty important. Okay, let me take a look here. So not here as well. Is it here? Yeah, this one. Future ambition. This one that increase your PvP content attack. It's really important, like cause this tree here is easy to achieve because they are epic and rare. And then this node here, most probably you're gonna get bottlenecked by Changji's Rezo here. So if you want to like min-max everything in the PvP content, then you can go for Changji's Rezo. Then after that, the last week here, you're gonna have Jin Qiu and Yuran. So Jin Qiu here definitely still worth a get. He is not meta Esper, but he is like one step below meta Esper only, because the true damage is very unique, and you'll still see a lot of Jin Qiu R6, D6 Jin Qiu in PvP content. Even though he slightly fell off, but he's still one of the strongest true damage Esper we can have in game. Then his kit is very, like, he's very tanky because of his intimidate buff. He immune to stun and sleep, so he have like he's hard to control as well. He have infinity refresh shield, and then with true damage. It's very unique kit, and if you like Jin Qiu, definitely one of the best timing for you to get his R6. Is still very strong, and if not mistaken, his skin will be rerun soon. This one, for those who missed this Wall Python free to play skin. And if you still want to get his skin, if not mistaken, it will be rerun soon, because our, what's that called, the lucky tag thing, they already put in the TA skin here. They already put in the TA skin and the Abigail skin. Then who knows, maybe they're gonna put in Jin Qiu skin here as well, right? So it's just a matter of time. Then after that, we're gonna have Yuran here. So Yuran here is more usage in Probator. So Rezo wise, I would say R2 is the one that you want to stop. Like if you get Yuran to R2, then it's where it's a good place to stop. And if you want to min-max some stats, then go for R4. But overall, I would say not that important for Yuran's Rezo. Okay, so final conclusion. I would say priority wise, R6 lane is the highest priority. Then after that will be Jin Qiu and Feng will be the second priority. Then Sui Zai really depends on how they bring him in the final version in global server, because they are still debating and still discussing with their own team, and we have no idea what is the final form. Alright, so at least for now, when I'm recording this video, I would say he's not that high priority, maybe the third priority. Unless you really like his design, you want to get him R6, then yeah, sure. I'll be making a lot of video after he go until global server. I'll try him at Shadow Stream, I'll try him at PvP content as well. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. Special thanks for the direct support on the YouTube membership. So for the benefactor of Artiar, which is JNMP, Yakichiba Tales, Epic Bullet Boy, thank you so much for your support. And for the supporter or patron of Artiar, which is Louis Schneider, Agni, Code Wilderness, Wang Tamer, Ziggy, Kamaruki, Sunwatts, Rimu, Chani, Antonio Winterspoon, Von Hexa, Yum Kragren, Riku Fred X Iris, Calamity, Rocco Stenzions, thank you so much for your support. Special thanks for the direct support on the live stream super chat for the latest 10. Thank you so much for Code Wilderness, Calamity, Agni, Love Fatima, Fatima Little Underwear, Bloods, Riku Fred, Chani. Thank you so much for your support.